It is Friday, so that means it is another episode of Spotting Fakes. And in this week's episode, we're going to be talking about a fake PSA 10 Michael Jordan that's been floating around. Now, this is a $250,000 card, spiked all the way up to, I believe, over $700,000 at one point in 2021. Now, someone reached out to me in Instagram DM saying that they were going to be purchasing this card, that they wired over some funds to be able to buy it. When they sent over some pictures on the card, I was a little skeptical at first on the card, but a deeper dive into both the card and the slab, I verified it to be a fake. Now, luckily the guy got his money back, but I'm going to show you guys on the computer right now why this is a fake PSA 10 Jordan. So this was the slab that I ended up getting in the DMs. And the first thing, whenever you find a card that is slabbed that you are spending a lot of money on, you want to make sure that the number isn't deactivated on PSE's website. If the number is deactivated, that means that there's fakes of that slab, or there's an issue with the slab, like it being stolen or some other thing. So make sure you always check the number. So for this person, I checked the number 02065-817. And you can see this on the PSA certification that it is this right here. And it has the details on the card. 1986 Fleer Basketball 57 Michael Jordan. The grade is a 10, and the PSA price value currently is $275,000. Currently, the last sale of this card was in 2020. There's a lot number, so that means I can see an image of the card that sold in May of 2020, and it lets me know that this PSA is in a collection on here. So it is in the registry set of LSM collection. So I was kind of curious. I click on LSM's collection, and it looks like he has a full 1986-87 Fleer set. So is this guy breaking up the set, or what's going on with the purchase and sale? Now, obviously, that's not my worry, but it is in someone's registry. So something just to keep in the back of your mind. Why is someone breaking up a full graded set? So I took a look at this lot number just to see the card, and loaded it up over here, and you can see the image of it. So this is 02065-817, matches that. And, you know, it's an old slab, starts with a 0, and the dots are around here. So I knew some parts of this case were real, but I wanted to compare it side by side with the one that I got a picture of. And I wanted to have side-by-side pictures of both of the Jordans to verify the authenticity, because people are now faking the slabs and you have to look at every single minor detail. So I loaded these up in Photoshop. And here we go. We have the one on the left, which is fake, and we have the one on the right, which is real. So seeing them side by side makes it so much easier to detect the fake in this case, or in this instance. But when you're looking at it just normally, if you don't know how to spot the fake of this card, you might think it's real. So the first thing I noticed between the two different slabs, and I'm going to go into details on the card a little bit, is the barcode and the text. So you can see with the real one, the text is a lot thicker than this fake one. The fake one uses a very thin font, where a PSA over here is a lot thicker. And the barcode as well. If you take a look at the barcode, this one, it might be the angle, but it seems a little bit taller and bolder in comparison. Also over here, we are looking at a bolder font on the real, not the fake. This is thinner, but you can tell with that action as well. So some red flags on that one. But guys, the case besides the flip over here looks good. And I did not see this in person, so I couldn't tell the surface on it like some other fakes. I couldn't tell if I could pry it under. You guys can see an example of a PSA 10, or not PSA 10, but a PSA Jordan fake slab in my Orlando video, where I went to Orlando and Chicago, where I talk about the surface on the slab being very slippery, how you could open up the case with a fingernail and it makes a cracking noise. So make sure to check that out if you want to see. But so I couldn't detect on the surface or anything with that, but the label over here is wrong, but the slab itself looks pretty good. You can see the circles over here. Inside has these edges correct over on that as well. On the corners, they have these as well. So it lines up. Now, 100% can't tell if this was a real slab and they just put a new label within it, or this was recreated. Don't know. I did not see it in person, but show you guys a side-by-side comparison. So you can see it a little bit better. Also the spacing on these. So you can see how much this is spaced on the fake one versus the real one. There's not as much space in between 1986 and Michael. 1986 and Michael a lot smaller. And you can just tell everything is not correct. Number 57 and Gem Mint 10, a lot closer on this one as well. So seeing them side by side directly. But one of the things I wanted to show you guys is always look at flaws on a card, because if there's a flaw on the PSA one with the image, there should also be a flaw on the card that you're getting. Now on the PSA 10 one that's sold, you can see right here, there is some edge wear. Again, this is a first generation of grading, which starts with a 0. So some 10s aren't perfect. Nowadays, this would probably get a 9 or an 8, but you can see that there's an issue right over here. Now on this fake one, there's no issue, but there is, it looks like, at least in this photo, a fisheye of some sort. But you can tell that these are not the same cards alone based off of this before even going into the fakes. Now also on the top of this card, we'll go over to the one that is fake. Some other edge wear over here on the top left. Looks like a little bit on here, and on the other one, no edge wear at all. So new is fake from that as well. And just close ups so you guys can see the edge wear versus no edge wear. But what really stood out for this card, and I have a full video breaking down 23 different ways that spot a fake Jordan or not, is really the colors. The colors are so off on this card itself. Look at the jersey color on this one compared to the real. Look at the borders. Just, it is completely off. Colors is really, really important. You need to make sure it lines up. Now, different photos and lightings can sometimes manipulate the colors, but this is way off. So if you're not sure on a card, sometimes ask for second or third pictures just to verify everything lines up. But this is scary on the fake, because someone almost spent $250,000 on this card, and it's a fake Jordan. So hope you guys found some value on it. Make sure to always verify a card within a slab, verify the label, verify every minor detail if you're dropping a ton of money. And if you guys didn't know, I also have a full book on fake cards, which is Spotting Fakes. You can purchase it on Amazon.com. And I really appreciate any support over there. It has 50 examples of cards with both the reals and fake images, and also has 70 pages going on how to authenticate a card. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next Friday for another episode.